the digital nomad. Hello, everyone. I'm Robert Steele. I'm your host of this. What is a digital nomad? It's a question I used to want to know myself. But a digital nomad is someone that works remote who travel to different locations on a regular basis. Now, this is an article from expertvagabond.com, and it talks about the digital nomad. They use modern technology to work from coffee shops, hotels, co-working spaces, or libraries with a Wi-Fi connect laptop or smartphone from anywhere in the world. Some of them work on sailboats. They have camper vans or RVs because they're traveling, doing their work, working from different ports of call. And as long as you have that Wi-Fi connection, you can work from anywhere. So this is an inspiring article. It says others stay in backpacker hostels or rent Airbnb apartments while flying from country to country. Complete freedom of movement while working online is a general idea. So this is, I'm sure, a lot of people's dreams, especially if you've been on here on this channel. It is one of my dreams and goals, actually, to become a digital nomad full time. See, when you become a digital nomad, you buy your time back. You're taking freedom from the 9 to 5, because let's just be honest, the 9 to 5 takes so much time out of your life. You know, during my work day, I run across people, they're hanging out, just living life. They're not at work. I don't get offended by it, but I just think of ways I can better my situation, become a digital nomad. It inspires me to want to do more, to be that guy that it's a Tuesday and I'm hanging out in Florida on the beach, and by Saturday I'm in California. You know, that lifestyle. To be able to have that time freedom is amazing. Here's some benefits of being a digital nomad. There are many upsides to the location independence that digital nomads enjoy. Who wouldn't want to check off their ultimate bucket list while working from a laptop anywhere in the world? Okay, here are the benefits. You save money living in a low cost of living area, the flexibility to live where you want, ditch the toxic environment of office politics, experience new cultures and make new friends, learn new skills or languages, broaden your mind through travel experiences, set your own schedule and take time off when you want to, spend winters on the beach and summers in the mountains. This is incredible. And shout out to my passport gang, you know, those guys out there and gals that have their passports and they travel the world and they make money online. As long as you have that Wi-Fi connection, guys, you can do this. Now, here are, and it said there's some actual downsides on this article. It said here are the downsides. You're moving constantly. They're saying it's exhausting. Your productivity can suffer. Digital nomads offer battle loneliness. Finding stability is difficult. A general lack of private space. Travel losses is luster and wow factor. I don't know about that. Let's tackle this first one. Moving constantly is exhausting. It can be. It could get exhausting if you always moving, but if you find some enjoyable spots, I don't see how that would be exhausting. You know, if you have a lot of stuff, it can be, honestly, but if you live in that backpacker lifestyle, you're having fun, in my opinion. I mean, in my opinion, I think being in one spot could get boring. See, this is why I don't agree with some of the downsides. It's just a personal thing. Number 2, your productivity can suffer. Well, that one I'm kind of in the middle on, because if you're in a beautiful place and you know, you feel like you on vacation, and you know, it puts you in the mindset to where you just want to relax. You feel like you're on vacation, but This number two is a mind thing because you have to have a focus. What got you to being a digital nomad in the first place? You just got to continue doing because you got to keep in your mind: do I want to go back to the 9 to 5 or not? So your productivity, in my opinion, shouldn't suffer because you would like to keep this thing going here. Okay, number three, digital nomads often battle loneliness. I never had a problem with that. I traveled um, personally by myself to different states, flew out by myself. I didn't feel that loneliness feeling. But if you're a digital nomad and you have friends and family that you're bringing with you, it helps. It would help with that loneliness factor. If you create a lifestyle to where you and your family could be at the beach one moment, and then they have a lake house for the summers. They could spend time, or they could move there for maybe a month or two, then move back to their regular home. That's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool in my opinion. So I don't see how that would be loneliness, unless you're just out there by yourself. But that's where you network and make friends while you're out there. Finding stability is difficult. That's number 4 on here. I don't see how that will be difficult because you're making money online. So if they're talking about stability in a sense of opportunities online, if you already have your stuff set online, it doesn't matter where you're at unless they're trying to say where you're located is not stable. As you move into, let's say you move to Hong Kong, but you're still doing your thing online as a digital nomad, and you're always jumping around. They're trying to say you won't find stability. That goes with networking once again. Learn the language. Okay, number 5, a general lack of private space. I disagree with this one because you can find your Airbnb, you can find your place to stay and ahead of time if you're traveling to stay somewhere. Now, if you're like doing a 7-day stint somewhere, even up to 2 weeks, yeah, that could be, your private space can be taken away depending on where you're at. But if you're there for months to years on end, depending on where you live, you have to pick where you live. Now, if you're living by a cheaper price, of course, there may be an issue. It depends on the area. Okay, and here's the 6th one. Travel losses is luster and wow factor. I have no idea how someone could lose the wow factor unless they go to the same exact place every time they go to that country. Like I said, if you're networking with people, it wouldn't lose its wow factor unless you stay there, unless you're living there for a long extent period of time. And it still is interesting because it's different from where you're used to. So I believe in the whole lifestyle of being a digital nomad. This article, the writer saying after 10 years of exploring the world, the downsides finally caught up with them and they moved back to the United States with my wife and kid and bought a home. See, I talked about that earlier. Being a digital nomad, you can have your family with you. You don't have to stay in one spot. You can jump around. It's a whole planet that you can try out. Different cultures. You will find something that you will absolutely love. So saying this, not to say I didn't enjoy my nomadic life for all those years. Just for me living out of bags for so long eventually lost its charm. I was ready to start a family, settle down, work from home, and travel less. Okay, to each his own. And what I mean by to each his own, I see where he's wanting the stability of staying in one place and have his family grounded and buy a home. I understand that, but I'm in the middle with this. I'm more leaning towards the digital nomad traveling lifestyle side, to be honest with you, to where you have that freedom to go. Now, my stance on a digital nomad, according to the author that wrote this article, I disagree and I agree in some ways. I understand, he has a home, but that doesn't mean he's not a digital nomad. In my opinion, he's still a digital nomad because he could work from home on his laptop, but if he wants to go to the beach at any given moment, he can. That's my idea of being a digital nomad. It's not having a restriction to be in one spot every day for work. But guys, this is the article here. Some things out this article from the expertvagabond.com. I think it's a pretty good article because they talk about being a digital nomad and they had their sources here. And they're traveling a lot as a digital nomad. That's one of the things about it. Like I said, if you grounded and rooted in one spot, I don't see why you can't be a digital nomad there as well. But like I said, my definition is a personal definition. It may be different than what other people say as a digital nomad should be, but I believe being able to pack up and go vacate anywhere you want to and still have money coming in to sustain your lifestyle, in my opinion, you're doing your work digitally, as long as you have an internet Wi-Fi connection, I think that makes you a digital nomad. Let me know what you guys think. It's just my opinion, I'm not a professional consultant of travel or what you should do online digital. I just play one on the internet.